We are recording. Basically, this is a vlog that I'm doing in my bedroom because I realised that I was going out today somewhere, and I thought, oh, I should upload a video there, and I hadn't really got one prepared, so I thought I'd do one now, and I'll upload it when it goes out somewhere where they got a laptop. Yahoo! And I've been playing some music on my iTunes. I've got my iTunes up on my computer here, and I've been sorting out my CDs and getting them all properly. Getting them all alphabetically arranged. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when I do that. I like to do that. And basically listen to some 80s music. So it gets me in the mood, when I hear all these songs and I'm standing there and I'm sitting there and I'm sort of always hear that and I kind of, go around and listen to the music. So there isn't really a theme to this vlog, it's just randomly various bits and pieces that are going on at the moment with myself. I've realised that I'm trying to print off a poster that I've made. Damn it, my computer does not actually open the CD drive, so I can't and I realise that I don't have the printer connected. I've got a Lexmark printer, and I also use sometimes a Hewlett Packard printer, scanner and copier all in one. The printer, scanner, copy all in one, I normally have been using on my computer. Realise I haven't got the program installed on my damn computer anymore, so I can't actually print it from there because I need to install it, and to install it I need a disc, and the CD drive needs to come out, the disc to go in. What a pain in the arse, I know. That really is something that is, so I'm going to have to, I will install my program on my laptop, and then I will go from there. Hopefully it will work. Although I am using Windows 7 on my laptop, I did used to have Windows Vista, which is a pain in the arse for anybody who actually has it, because you can't actually install much on it. I think Windows XP, no, not Windows XP, that's on my computer. Windows 7 might be a little bit better, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows out there whether you can put all programs on it. So I've practically got a Lexmark printer and a scanner, but they're quite old, and I do have a webcam that's old, even though there's one actually installed in my laptop. I just have to say that I've got these things, and I wanted them on my old laptop, and it was like, I can't put them on because Vista would not let me. And I don't know if Windows 7 will do the same thing because they are quite old, and I don't actually buy many of the updated programs. Normally, if I get a new laptop or computer or something like that, I think I'll do them, or if it's an upgrade, I might ask the person who does it, and I'll sort of say, I've got problems with my laptop or computer. Do you mind putting, say, one of the newer programs on, like Word and things like that, because usually I go with the old flow. I mean, I remember having Microsoft Publisher. It was 1997, that's how old it basically was. And the whole point of it was that I love that program. That program is like a magical program. You can do so much with it, and basically I got a laptop when I first got my first laptop, and it didn't have Publisher on there, it just had Microsoft Works, and I got Word on there, and I thought, Publisher, I want that on there. I put it on, and it was like 1997, and literally we're thinking that most people will say, but Publisher has been like released a couple of times since, and I never got around to getting an upgrade. And when my computer broke down, basically got it fixed, and I asked the bloke about would you have Publisher. In fact, the whole of Microsoft Office went on there. It was updated. It was something, I don't know what year, but it got updated anyway, and that. And Works also is another good one. I like that one for my databases. I mean, most people use another database, and I know a lot of places using it, but I don't know why. It really gets to me, because we had that problem when I was at college. Because at school I was always using Publisher, Word and Works at school. I was always taught that. That was the first time I ever got taught about computers, and basically it was like, I'm getting used to this, I'm getting used to the programs. And when I went to college, they had everything bar Works, and I just, they didn't really have Publisher either. And I was kind of like, well, it just pissed me off, because I really wanted to use them, and they were the ones that I was more comfortable with. And college teachers were like saying, come on, we've got a new database now, what about PowerPoint, let us use that instead. but I think they might have Apple. I'm not sure. And that it was just like it was easier because I find that with Publisher I can sort of like go on there and create a whole page of things. I can put like pictures in, I can put words in, I can put word art in, and it makes it so much easier. And I think by now I might as well call this one the computer block, the computer and programs and things like that. And I'm very much loving computers, and I'm loving the fact that what you can do with them. Very much. I know basics about computers. I know that for sure. I've always wanted kind of like a program. I know there are some out there, but I've always wanted one where you can sort of like put music into it, so you make your own databases. So I do that because when I have ideas based on creative radio stations, I want to do that. But I don't want the ones where they catalogue all your CD collection, because as much as that's a good idea, it doesn't help when you're creating a database and you don't really want them all on there. I'm not going to instantly play everything. I mean, if I have a radio station, ideally I would have different ideas and things like formats. And if I have a format and I basically put the outline of what I want to play on that radio station, I'm going to do that. But I ain't going to sit there and say I have to pick out loads of CDs. I mean, most people might say you could pick out any CD. I mean, for instance, it could be things like Tommy Shane's Diner, or it might be something like a Texas CD, or whatever CD I might have in my collection, you know, whether it's a CD single by someone like Shaq O'Neal. It really does not make any difference, because I'm not saying I want to put all that onto my database and then have this like catalogue of, you know, I prefer a database to be something where I can put my own bits of information in it, but also make life a lot easier. I mean, iTunes you can do that, but it only gives you really the album, the genre, the artist, the time the song is, the name. I normally have things like name, the title and the artist. I go through the subgenre, the genre. I go through the time it takes to play the record. I put things like record label, recording publisher, and then I have things like who wrote the song, who produced the song, and then I have basically things that, and then I have the UK chart position, the US chart position, the year, and the dates that it came, the month it came out. And I think that's good for a database, in my opinion. I like to have that, and then what I do is when I put it on something like work, I can just search for things. I can say I'm looking for all the songs by, say, whoever, and I'll do that. And if I want to look for producers, I can look for producers. If I want to look for years, I can do years. I can do the positions, which is a good key, which is a good one. I mean, no one thinks about these, but just imagine what you can do with that, eh? Play all the songs that got to like number 35 in the charts. You know, you just do a scan of your database, and you sort of like get a list of all the songs that came to number 35 in the chart. Very interesting. Haha. Yes. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to babble on too much. I'm going to leave it there. That's about as good as it can be. Hope you enjoy, and I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.